Hey girls, just doing a scouting report for you guys for New York Soccer Club first match in the playoffs. So typical shape's going to look like a 4-4-2 when they defend. They'll play with one high forward. Could be a 4-5-1, 4-1-4-1. Really technical team, lots of quick passing, and then once they get into our half, they'll do a lot of dribbling, a lot of 1v1. So we just really want to be smart about our defensive shape, stay compact, and try not to dive in as much as possible. And if you do go in, make sure there's cover behind you or next to you to make sure that we, don't allow them too many opportunities to get by us. When we attack, normal setup in terms of how we'll attack, but we definitely want to look to play balls in behind their back line. They struggle with it, as you'll see in the video. So we'll just get right into it. The first few, I think, are just goalkeeper distributions. So just recognizing their punts. This is at IMG, so she might have a little bit of wind at her back, but you can see just about to half field. You can see even when she's punting it, there's still a lot of players back here, or when she's playing a ball out, there's still a lot of players back. So, but their objective is looking to just move the ball quickly. A couple other distributions here. Here's another punt. So just assume that in the Jersey field, it's probably going to get right to the center circle just before the half line. Um, Recognize this in terms of maybe putting her under a little bit of pressure could lead to us picking it off. And as you can see, they scored here on them just on that one little turnover. So if we're going to be close enough to her, let's make sure we apply some pressure so that she has to play the ball quickly. Here you'll see some buildups from them where they're really good and quick on the ball. They're not being super pressed, but there are numbers up against them. But quick little passes, first touch back, and then break a line, and then you can see they just like to get in on the dribble. This one here, I think she goes offside, but you can see what they're looking for to play that diagonal ball into one of their other wide midfielders. Rolled out, and again, there's time and space for them. We obviously, we might be in a different setup than this 4-3-3, but it's important that we, are compact in this area and have our back line up, as opposed to, you can see how spread out they'll be, just from this start. Their back line to their forwards is pretty spread out. Again, not afraid to find some passes, move the ball pretty quickly. And you can see once they try and break these lines here, they're just on it. You see it pass in behind. See that area right there. Obviously, we need to make sure we're compact. If we're in a diamond, make sure we're tucked in. If we're four across, make sure we're doubly there as well. But you can just see the space that was given, and you can see how IMG's back line is a little spread out. So again, they'll try and get their wing or their wide players in. Just a quick alert throw in. Again, you can see where the center backs are pretty far away from each other. Just got to be very careful on that. Good alert play, and she ends up winning the ball back. And again, can't dive in. Anytime you dive in, there's potential. And that was a good opportunity for them. So again, a little bit more of how they play quick. Not afraid to do a little back pass just to advance the ball. Quick on the dribble in the 1v1. Getting open, and then switching the point, or trying to. So very busy, very crafty as far as their midfield is concerned, and the attackers. So again, that's a shot from 30 yards out. Quick transition on the dribble, so you see how they'll win the ball, and then just not be afraid to dribble. And again, making sure our right back, is aware of this situation right here, because they can just pass the ball across potentially and get a goal in. And another transition moment here. First one was a dribble. Now they're looking to see if they can play in behind their back line. A little bit of a make mistake there. And then the through ball there. So again, just want to be aware that this player out here has a little bit of pace. And again, you can see how they're defending with one high. Could almost be 4-1-4-1 or the numbers inside, and just that one forward faces. And then we can see just created an opportunity for not much. Make sure you rewind that and take a look. Just getting numbers after the ball. You see the highest forward there, just running all over the place. I don't think in the summer it'll be something that she wants to do, run that much, but just recognize how they have 2, 3 players around the ball and they're just looking to try and get out of it. And again, the solution there, if I'm just going to back up a little bit, and I think the opponent figures it out after a while. Like once you start to break these lines into the half spaces, there should be some openings for us to break through. So probably could have done it on a pass earlier into these players, and skip those 5 players that are pressing. So again, you can see they're working hard, and this is the first half. They don't have the same energy in the second half. They're just pressing after it. Next forward goes in, they win the ball, and then they're able to create a scoring opportunity. So again, they'll press. Make sure we understand that. If they do drop off a little bit, that's fine too. But it's just important for us to break lines and get through. So we're just going to show you a few clips here, and this is when the wheels fell off of their this match for them, because they ended up giving up 4 or 5 goals just by balls that go in behind. So you can see what their defenders look like, and now their defenders are all looking at their goalkeeper, and that's what we want to do. We want to turn them and make them look behind or look at their goalkeeper and defend this way. And that just gets them a corner there. Again, ball in behind these players who were pressing, and now they can look at their back line here. This space is wide open here. And again, turn them, make them look at their goalkeeper, and the more chances like this we can create, the better off we're going to be. Where there's little mistakes. I mean, it's just a deflection goal, but still. You can see what their back line looks like here before the ball was played in behind. And she turns, and now there's all sorts of options to play through, even the switch there. So recognize that, because that could be a very important piece for us scoring some goals against them. And that's saved off the line. So again, back 4 is by themselves defending. Another opportunity. Again, back 4 not pressuring. So she's able to just step up, take a shot, score a goal. So again, and I'm not, I mean this respectfully, but putting their back 4 under pressure is going to be the way to go, and making them defend us. Because it looks like their midfield leaves them, pretty much stranded there, and you can just see how many goals and how many lines are broken as you see this next clip. You can see that they're not pressing as hard because they might have spent a lot of energy. And you can see there's the 1 player, the 4 midfielders, and then there's 6 here, all chasing, and then they leave the back line there. So look at the big gap in between the 6 in the back 4 and then the midfield 4 as well. Again, quick transition moment, break the line. You can see how many players are taken out of the play. See how spread out they are as well. And it just gives you opportunities to just put the ball in behind their back line. Back 4 has to defend by themselves against 4 attackers. So just looking at restarts, this is them attacking. So you can see how they have several players in here, inside, in and around the 6. So make sure that we're smart about dealing with that. Penalty kick to the keeper's left for the player that takes it. So just be aware of that. Not really much to this set piece. You can see they're just spread out all over the place. They didn't stack everybody together. I would expect something a little bit different for the playoffs, but just be aware that it could look like chaos if they're spread out all over the place. free kick from distance. Probably done better than with that, but you can see they're going to shoot obviously from that area. Again, look how many players are inside the 6. And everybody inside the penalty spot. I mean, inside the 18. And a good second chance there. With a free kick they tried to do on the ground into the area. So just recognize the alert goalkeepers and when we're defending those free kicks. Okay, so this is them defending. Again, they do have a player right here, so it could hurt our short chances. But we can definitely come out here and do one of the shorts and lay it off to the outside back. But just recognize that, maybe they'll bring her back a little bit once they see that we're pretty good in the air ourselves. Big clearance. See how they have their zone set up. So spaces around here. And then obviously putting it in the mix are all good chances for us. Just make them clear the danger. Because even with all those players, you can see, just a header from the back post. So we're looking forward to seeing you guys play. Remember, with these scouting reports, it's just a guide, just to give you some ideas and to see how they play. And we can't wait to see you guys compete.